So, as today we have first session about Hyperion financial management. Before I proceed further and give you every granular detail about what is HFM and different aspect of it, I like to first outline the structure of our learning so that you know exactly what we are learning. The first thing which I would like to explicitly mention, this is not a training for product. We are not learning how to use tool. We are going to learn how to use solution, how to build solution using Hyperion financial management. So there's a difference between learning tool and learning solution. Learning tool, more people learn tool and they're more comfortable with interface with the assumption they know tools. Okay. Every tool is designed with certain objective as to HFM. So my every step of in every session, every step of learning will keep the requirement in front of us and build the solution. If somebody wants to learn a tool, you know there are so many resources available, people can learn on their own. So the key of learning HFM is to understand the problem and build solution. You may be experiencing different product from different vendors, but learning HFM is quite different than any other product. The reason it is different, it's a right blend of knowledge between your technology and functional. You don't need to be a functional consultant, but in order to build any solution you need to know the problem exactly, right? And we are not robots, we cannot work on predefined instructions, we are human beings, so we should understand the problem and then build a solution. My training is based on top of the same concept. Okay, so I quickly brief you how do we proceed, because you guys know that tomorrow is a Diwali, so I just want to start a session today. We'll have a short session of 1 hour and we outline how do we proceed, and then we have an extended session from next Saturday onwards, right? All right, so this is how we learn. Some of the major concern I address. Okay. There are 30 sessions, 30 live sessions, right? And my focus area would be, we would be focused on two things. First term is called standard consolidation. I'll come to these points in more detail. I just want to give an outline over here first. Our focus area would be standard consolidation, which take 70% of our efforts, and then we talk about custom consolidation, which take 30%. So this is our efforts distribution in terms of learning, right? Then 30 live sessions are not enough, to be very honest. Okay, so in addition to 30 sessions, I'll give you 20 more hours of self-paced learning. So self-paced learning, it means you would have a case studies, videos, document, guides, white paper. Okay, and you need to learn along with this. So minimum 50 hours of investment required. But to be honest, in order to learn HFM kind of product, you keep 3 months of your time, 3 months of learning, right? I'm very realistic, because as a tool you can spend 1 hour, 30 days it's enough to learn tool, but to understand exactly how it build the solution, it needs a 3 months of your time. So reserve 3 months of your time for your learning, at least for 1 hour a day, and after 3 months you started understanding what exactly it is. Okay. So after 1 month you would be start going through, you would be knowing that what is what and how to navigate through what kind of solution HFM build. But another 2 months of time you need for your practicing purpose. Okay. um, we proceed, I'll give you a day by day plan so you know exactly what we are going to work, what we are learning. For in order to learn this HFM product, we are going to use some pre-built or pre-packaged application. The reason I'm using pre-built application, they ship along with all the required artifacts. So the pre-built application ship along with Oracle, and they are designed in a way that it touch base or it covers all the important artifacts and all the areas of HFM implementation. We will be starting with simplified application, or simple application, which is a good for starting point, and then we proceed further and talk about an additional application that is built on top of custom consolidation. Custom consolidation would in turn be of two application. One is called comma application, name of application, and then is one is next is called statutory application. So we would be using three pre-packaged application, uh, which has got everything: data, metadata, structure, everything available. All these three application we customize them in order to, for the training sake of, training point of view. All three application I customize it, and most of our case studies are built on top of this. So the advantage or the beauty of this solution is that at later point of time, if you're going for advanced learning, maybe a text provisioning, or more specific solution like risk management, solvency to compliances, there are, there are a lot of new things are lined up to learn after HFM. HFM just a foundation. On top of this, you can go for more specialized into certain area. So by the time of completing of the course, you would be mature enough to identify which area you can go and get more specialization. So custom this pre-built application will help you, and the complete solution built in it. So we'll take a requirement and we start understanding how to use this pre-built application. Practicing is, how do you practice it is important. Practice is very important. Okay, so the practice environment. So two things are there. You can use a pre-built virtual machine, which is recommended. Pre-built virtual machine, like you have got 100% ownership. Whatever you like, you can do it over here. There's no hurdle. Okay, you can discard, delete, whatever you like, you can do it, because you always have backup of this pre-built virtual machine, and you just have to download and unzip. So that's the beauty of it. The second part is this: you can use our server, but server comes with certain restriction. So you can access BISP cloud server. So cloud server, it's a QA server. We give you complete access. There is no restriction. Um, in fact, you would have a access equivalent to admin privileges, and you have access to entire EPMS suite. And the virtual machine and cloud server, all both servers are pre-configured with these pre-built applications. Okay, so you can go step by step, right? So as I said, our focus area on standard consolidation, 70%, 30% custom consolidation. The reason behind this, I mean, it takes you a lot of time to understand why the areas where standard consolidation cannot work, and we need to learn custom consolidation. This is just a one part of the story. Uh, Maybe by the completion of this training program, you decide that you like to go more detail and specialize into US taxation, risk management, or maybe solvency to compliance. I mean, you got a lot of option open in front of you, right? So this is how we're going to proceed. First, I'll talk about what HFM is exactly. So there are two versions of truth always. The one version of truth which Oracle claims. Oracle claims my product is this, that, blah, blah, blah. And the second version of truth come from the people or the organization or the industry who uses the product. Okay, so I'll give you both version of truth, what Oracle claims and what people speak. The reason I know both the version, because I work with Oracle into different areas with different capacities, right from pre-sales, L1, L2, L3 support, different roles I played along with Oracle. And I also work with the Oracle partners, strategy partners. I got a 360-degree view of the solution or the product. Okay, which generally people don't get it, because when you work as a developer or project management, you are on the one side of the tool. You learn more about technology, maybe, or when you're on functional side, functional aspect. But knowing both things together, it's a real good combination and very rare to have such kind of skill. Okay, and it really take a lot of time. Okay, so do not over expect. You won't be expert overnight. That's absolute truth. uh, but after 30 days of the training program, you feel real good confidence about what is what. Okay. So what HFM is exactly: every product is designed with certain objective to address certain problem. To understand HFM, we understand what is the industry problem which HFM designed to address. First thing, HFM is 25-year-old product. It's quite mature in terms of solution, right? So any product which is 25-year-old would have gone through ups and downs, have you know had learned a lot of many things as part of different implementation. So from geographical implementation, departmental implementation point of view, enterprise implementation point of view, HF has been implemented different areas, right from banking, insurance, retail. It used in various areas, but it's a core part of your financial consolidation. Majority of Hyperion customers coming from financial industry, right? So product is quite mature, okay, and as a result of this, non-Oracle customers, including SAPs, IBM, these customers also started migrating from their home product to Oracle EPM solution stack. That's a growing trend. So first thing you should know, EPM solution, entire EPM solution called Enterprise Performance Management, sit on top of ERP, right? All EPM product, including HFM, S-based planning, profitability, cost management, ERP, you sit on there. EPM sit on top of ERP, right? Second thing, what Hyperion HFM does, the same thing we can do with using Excel, right? Surprising. You can do the same thing in Excel, then why would you buy Hyperion Financial Management? So I'll take my, I'll explain you everything from that point of view. So, because majority of the customer you find they have been using Excel sheet for financial consolidation and most of the financial reporting. I mean, world widely used tool is Excel. Then why do we need Hyperion Financial Management? So we are not doing something out of the box. We are doing something from the sky. We don't do something from the sky. We do the same thing which Excel does, but in a more efficient, elegant, and meaningful manner and cost-saving manner. So Hyperion Financial Management is designed for group accounting, right? This is what we are going to talk about. Problem, challenges, why Hyperion Financial Management? Why not Excel? Why not any other product? Then I talk about typical financial closing process, financial consolidation, advantage of HFM. As I said, I'll give you two versions of truth. The version which Oracle claims and the version which industry say, right? At some point, I'll also be referring Gartner review. I mean, Gartner, most of you guys would be knowing that Gartner review is one of the most authentic review in IT industry. And the Gartner review is taken really seriously. So let's go to the Oracle definition of HFM and then I give my definition of HFM. Hyperion Financial Management is a comprehensive, it's a completely web-based product. It's a web-based application. So when the term application comes, it means there are certain business logics where your business user communicate to application, right? And this is designed to enable manage enterprise financial information. You know what enterprise means? It's the opposite of departmental. So maybe you're coming from Java, .NET, S-based planning, blah 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 environment. S-based is a departmental solution. You create maybe reporting for one department, one line of business, right? Similarly, when when you build a Java application, .NET application, you're more focused on departmental solution. HFM is not a departmental. It means you won't have two instance or application of HFM running from same organization. However big it is, even if you implement HFM in PepsiCo or Walmart or the one of the biggest bank of the world, Bank of America, China Agriculture Bank, there will be one instance, one copy of HFM, and that turns out to be implementation. HFM is very very complicated. One of the few biggest implementation of HFM is including the one which Janpat has done it for entire GE. The world biggest consumer of HFM Hyperion products are GE Capital, GE Healthcare, GE Finance, all entire GE, all line of business GE uses Hyperion. They have a biggest implementation so far. Okay. So they are the right example of enterprise financial management. It's not departmental. And as I said very quickly, what you can do with HFM, the same you can do in Excel. It's a contradict, but What do you do in HFM? You can do much more faster than Excel. You have 100% accuracy in HFM, which you cannot ensure in Excel. It's a cost effective. Now, what do you say? I can buy HFM in $100 Excel license. Sorry, I can buy Excel license $40, $50, $100, right, for 3 user license. Whereas you need to spend $100,000 to implement HFM. An average implementation cost minimum comes around $300,000 for an enterprise organization. Yeah. For everything, it comes around the budget organization has to keep around $300,000, ranging from 100,000 $300,000. Then how come it is cost effective? Right? Do you see? It's a surely stupid thing. I can get the solution in $100. Why would I spend $300,000? So the answer is this: the cost is not only calculated in terms of license. There are some additional cost. If you use Excel, similar kind of solution, your senior executives, including CFO, has to spend his precious time in doing some unproductive and stupid job. Do you get me? There are senior executives, including CFO, has to spend some time in the whole consolidation process, which is absolutely non-productive activity to the organization. So cost not only include license cost, but every penny or time people spend in order to build a consolidated financial statement. So HFM is cost effective. The greatest flexibility of HFM, why it's being widely adopted, because it works along with some product which is called FDMEE, Financial Data Quality Management, to extract data from different part of the system, global data collection. And the right keyword which you're going to pay a lot of attention today is called financial consolidation. Financial consolidation. Reporting. Oracle claims it can do reporting. I say 30% reporting. Only 30% reporting can be done in HFM. Oracle claim HFM can do analysis. I say HFM cannot do analysis. And I prove it. Yeah, we'll see. So this is Oracle own definition. We'll see step by step. Okay. So because I'm working for Oracle product doesn't mean I'm a little biased and say all things are good. There's some good and bad. Both things are there. Okay. What HFM does? Okay. First thing, if you're coming from technical world, it's a you're not coming from finance or accounts or ERP. It's as simple as this. Okay. For example, you own two grocery store, right? So you own one grocery store, or you have a factory, and you manufacture some plastic goods, and your factory is profitable, highly profitable, right? Your factory is based down in India, and you're highly happy with this, and you say, hey, my company is going really good. I got a lot of retain earning, a lot of money, and I'm thinking, what do I do with this? With this extra money or retain earning, you plan to buy another company, which is based out in USA. Let's take a simple example. So you buy one factory B, factory B, okay, which is based out in US. So naturally, you cannot buy something in Indian rupees based on a US company. You would have spent a lot of dollar amount and bought this company. Assume you bought this company 100% stake. You bought this company 100% stake, and you spent $500,000 to buy this company. Now you got 100% ownership, right? There are lot more complexities. You may not buy 100%, you buy 60%, and you may be hearing a lot these days. Company A acquire company B. There are a lot of acquisition, merger happening these days. So you got it. You're pretty happy now. You are the owner of two company. Now the problem starts. Why? Because you have got a parent company. Maybe your parent company is called Factory A. Factory A is a parent company, and Factory B is a subsidiary or subsidiary. What do you call child? As simple as this. Okay, your Factory B. And now, when you want to create your financial statement, simple, your profit and loss statement, your balance sheet, your cash flow statement, you started finding a difficulty. First difficulty, both uses the different currencies, right? Something very visible, I'm telling you. In India, we pay our taxes, we pay all the service charge taxes in INR, and I follow Indian compliances. I follow Indian sale tax department. They have their own compliance, their own rule. And I follow SEBI if I'm public limited company. In US, we follow different company compliances. This is governed by a governing body called Security and Exchange Commission. So how do I prepare one financial statement, one consolidated, one balance sheet which have data from subsidiary and parent company? Give me one sec, please. I'm sorry. Right. So you see, parent and subsidiaries. You want to create one balance sheet. Now, why do you need a one balance sheet? Why do you need a one profit loss statement? And why do you need one cash flow statement? Why? Let it be two. What is the problem? The problem is that now you're getting more rich and you say, oh, let's buy one more company based out in Canada, right? I want to buy one more factory which is based out in Canada, but this is so expensive that you cannot buy alone, right? So what do you say? You contact your friend, he is also rich enough, and say, let's buy this factory, can you fund me some more money, can we borrow me this money, or let's buy this factory together. I hold 60% of stake, 60% of the stake I'll hold it, and 40% you hold it. Or you buy 60%, I buy 30%, you buy it 10%, let it be with the subsidiary. Let's buy the 90% stake of the company. If you buy 90% stake, naturally control comes to you, right? You own 90%, so you have a control. The problem come, your friends say, why would I spend money into your company? How do you ensure my money is safe, right? And how do you ensure the money which I'm spending is continue to give me a good revenue or return? What do you say? You say, well, my company is really profitable. Your friend, how do I believe you? So your friend say, oh, I can give you balance sheet. I can give you one balance sheet which have data from my parent company and which have my data from subsidiary. Here is the need of here the need comes for Hyperion financial management. I need to create one consolidated balance sheet which has data from all the subsidiaries or children companies to one view. So when your friends say, "Oh my God, your business is really profitable," and you acquire two company and your consolidated balance sheet really impressive, I would spend 40. I'll I'll work with you and acquire 30% of the parent company. I'll acquire a Canada-based company, Canada-based subsidiary, right? So why do we need consolidated balance sheet? In simple word, like the story which I told you is to tell your external world. They could be investor, they could be governing body, they could be any external world to give you your consolidated financial result. So when you say, I would spend 30% because your friend has seen your total assets is really good. You have got good asset and you have good asset and you have a liabilities. So even if you subtract your liability from your asset, you still have, let's say, $700,000. So my whatever money I spend, it won't go because you have got excess asset. Your assets are more than your liabilities, right? So this is the need of creating a consolidated balance sheet, and HFM comes into picture into this area. This is one story. Okay, it is not mandatory that you have a multiple subsidiaries and you don't need a HFM. HFM can also be used when you have only one company. When you have don't we may not have a parent and child relationship. HFM can also be used into this scenario where HFM used with one company. I mean, we have a different kind of challenges, but most often the company which use HFM and buy HFM license, they are big companies and they have got capability to spend $300,000, which is not a small amount, to implement HFM. So to see, to get consolidated financial statement, total asset, total liabilities from parent company and all the subsidiaries, we need HFM, right? Subsidiary 1, subsidiary 2, subsidiary 3. So if you go and Google this word, group accounting, you get everything very clear, which Oracle doesn't use in official documentation, but actually it's a group accounting. Right? So there's certain exception also apply. I'm not going to this exception. So financial consolidation, just a consolidated balance sheet which has consolidated profit loss statement, consolidated assets and liabilities, consolidated profit loss statement. Maybe you have a one integrated cash flow statement rather than multiple cash flow statement. As you can see, when you integrate from multiple companies, the challenge is you have got different compliance, different currency, different language, different people, right? Consolidation turns out to be difficult. That's a very simple layman example what financial consolidation means. Okay. Parent company, multiple subsidiaries, in the intern have multiple branches whatsoever, but there has to be one version of balance sheet. You have one integrated balance sheet, one integrated profit and loss statement, and you may have one integrated cash flow statement. You may have, you may acquire 100% stake of another company, so fully own or wholly own, you own this company. Or even if you don't acquire 100%, the moment you acquire more than 50%, naturally if you own more than 50%, you got the control, and this is called, technically it is called non-controlling and controlling interest. Non-controlling and controlling interest. Controlling interest, your parent company is controlling all the subsidiaries. Non-controlling means you own just 5% of the stake, while you cannot decide who is going to be the CEO of the company. But if you own 90% of the stake, naturally you tells this guy is going to be the CEO of the company. You are going to be a part of the director, you know, board of director, and this is what you say. People have to listen to you because you own 90% of the company's stake. If you own 5%, nobody is going to listen to you. You just hold 5%. So this is, these are the kind of challenges you're going to find. This is second part of your, the second side of the coin, which HFM is designed to address. I use more, little more, some terms which we continue to use it. You got 100% control when you own more than 50% of stake, right? You got significant influence. You just influence, but you're not controlling it. You have got 20% of the stake. You can just influence, right? Or you have a joint control, or you just manages. When you buy, you know, some of you go to stock and buy uh, some stocks, right? So it comes under others, and they also follow under certain compliances. I'm not going to these compliances; it's too much for now. The IFRS and IAS, these are different compliances. HFM designed to manage these compliances. So who are the competitor of HFM and what, how it works? There are, see, HFM is a complex solution, right? Therefore, not small vendors or small scale companies are capable enough to build a solution like HFM does, because a lot of compliance, complexity, accuracy is required. So primarily there are three vendors. Oracle HFM is the oldest one. IBM also have solution. I don't know exactly. I think IBM Cognos financial consolidation. IBM Cognos has similar solution. SAP has this far below. SAP also have a similar product like BPC. There's something like this called business consolidation and planning, something like this. So there are three major vendor. There's some mid-sized vendor also. Adaptive Insight, the company called Adaptive Insight. There may be a couple of more I may not be aware of. There's one company, Adaptive Insight. They build a They also make a cloud-based solution, including financial management, planning, and so on. It's a completely cloud-based application. There's one more company called Host Analytics. They also build similar kind of solution. I mean, there's something well known. There will be a couple of more, little more small size and mid size company. But when it comes to enterprise consolidation, you know, company trust on HFM or they go for SAP or they go for IBM. Then in turn they have a cut through competition. But small scale companies are little, they do not come into picture. So maybe bank of maybe Australia New Zealand bank is planning to prepare a financial consolidation statement. They might reach to the big giants. They won't reach out to the small company. The scalability is really high. Anyway, whatever product you use, it is immaterial. The process of financial consolidation is continue to be the same. You collect data, step one, from different sources. You have more challenges when data come from different ERP, right? Your data coming from different ERPs. Well, you don't get the data from ERP at all. You're getting data from Excel. Worst scenario. You're not getting data from Excel. You're getting data from relational database, legacy ERP. Oh my God, this is too complicated. So you get data from different sources, different language, different currency, different compliances, different format. Collect data. Then consolidate. What exact consolidation means, I'll show you. For now, assume consolidation is like I'm owner of the company, right? And I got two company, I own two company, right? Or two factory. From factory one or factory one and factory two. So factory is my asset. Or factory has got machinery, plant, equipment, what do you call, table, computer, TV, whatever you have, it's all assets, right? So when you say, so how many computers you have? How many computers you have in both factory? So I have a computers in factory one. Factory one has got 5 computers. Factory two has got 10 computers. Total 10 computers, 15 computers I have. This is as simple as this. Consolidate all assets and liabilities. Just addition of numbers. Then you prepare. What does prepare mean? See, why you're preparing the consolidated financial statement? I told you the story for one side. You also need to prepare consolidated financial statement for external governing bodies, right? Whichever country you do business, you have a governing bodies. Like in US, the governing body is Security and Exchange Commission. Or so these governing bodies require reports in a predefined structure and format. We also need to do, see, we need to know whatever we are doing, what is objective of this, right? So you prepare your financial statement so that you can use this financial statement for reporting. Compliance based report, 10K, 10Q. Every country has their own set of reporting, right? European Union has a different compliances, US has different compliances, and blah blah. You prepare. Analysis is not correctly true. In HFM we cannot do analysis, this is truth, but we use HFM with as space to do analysis. This is called extended analytics. In fact, we did all analysis in Python. If you go through my blogs and video, you find there are a lot of examples. We use Python programming language, which is zero cost solution to the customer for financial analysis. So you prepare financial statement. You prepare two kind of statement actually. This is called management reporting for internal management, and I create external financial reporting for statutory bodies. Well, I have got real reports. I can show you. Okay, it takes little time for me to open. These are real consolidated financial statement for one of the IT company in India, very famous IT company. So you can see end result. It is immaterial whatever product they use, but that's a consolidated financial statement. So see, this is what is ultimately you get. Now imagine you're going to invest your money to you're going to acquire or going to buy some share from some company. What do you expect? The bare minimum thing you expect, the numbers given in your balance sheet or what a number company shows, they ought to be correct, right? And who ensures these are correct? Governing body ensures the number which company shows to you, they are correct, right? So that's exactly the option. So this is, had I been a CEO of this company, I would like to prepare my report like this. What is my expenditure? Year over year expenditure, right? From different line of business, different vertical, different business segment, year over year expenditure, right? From different geographical, different region, different territory, different companies, the expenses. Then the revenue. What are different revenue channels your company has, right? So if I look at, oh, your revenue is growing year over year, perfect. Your company is the right company for me to invest money. The banking and financial, telecom, major market. So you see how important it is to prepare the right and accurate financial statement, because you need money, you need an investor, you need money to grow your business. So revenue from different channels. Similarly, you have got, so expense revenue. What is your assets? How your asset is growing? What is your talent retention policy? Your asset is not always your money, right? You have goodwill. You have intangible asset, intangible asset, different types of assets. You cannot evaluate some of the assets, right? So you say BISP, I have got 800 videos, but for you it doesn't cost you. It's you can't sell it. It doesn't give you single penny when you go out and sell it. But it costs to me. But it costs to me. It also generates revenue to me indirectly. So my videos, which does not cost you, but it's a goodwill for my company. This is intangible asset for me. Okay. So that's assets. What is talent retention? It might not be required for your statutory body, but it's good. You show my how stable my company is, right? Then a financial performance for different section, total expenditure, revenue. What is your cash flow? Revenue from different operation, your annual financial result, your cash flow, what cash in, cash out, profitability, cash ratio, risk management, how much cash you have at a time, so that you can meet up your all debts. So there, you might be finding them quite complicated. When you start thinking as an owner of the company, you would realize these numbers are so important for me before I spend money or before I go and acquire some company. Start thinking in that direction. This is a required piece of information you need, and HFM is helping me to get this information. So what do you see? This is ultimately, you see the data in terms of charts and keywords. Therefore, HFM end result of financial consolidation is reporting and analysis, right? So if I consolidate and don't report, what does it make? Does it make sense? It does not. And if I cannot analyze it, if I cannot say from 2 points, from X point to Y point, oh, my asset has grown up by 20%, whereas my liability has grown up by, is fall down by 10%. Perfectly, you're doing a good business. Your liability is falling down and your assets are growing up. You're doing a really good amount of business. So whatever you do, ultimately you prepare a consolidated financial statement, right? So most challenging is working product in HFM is not how to use tool. The challenge is how to interpret requirement and build a solution to the customer, right? So that's what exactly at the end of the day you need to prepare. That's called financial consolidation. We come back to the same question. I can do this in Excel. Why do I need planning? Why do I need Hyperion financial management? So I like to show you one very very simple international financial reporting consolidated balance sheet. If you don't know all this term, absolutely fine. Not it's okay. Just go through this basic keywords, right? So you see consolidated financial statement. Whatever company they belong to, whatever business they do, they would have assets. They have a tangible, intangible. They have current asset. They have a long-term liability, short-term liabilities. The structure of balance sheet remain the same, right? And the numbers you're seeing over here, these are the number, the consolidated number, maybe coming from multiple subsidiaries. That's a consolidated balance sheet. Okay. HFM is designed to do this job. It does not matter whatever product you use, the steps remain same. Okay. Now let's get into a little more product specific discussion. I hope you guys know Hyperion. HFM is from Hyperion. It's a core product of Hyperion. And who acquired this? Oracle acquired in 2007, right? You would surprised to know that what product Hyperion built 20 years before, including strategy management and similar product, profitability, cost management. People of those days did not realize, or they did not even think of whether they need such kind of product in future or not. The product which you built 20 years before, now people are realizing how important it is to have product like Hyperion financial management, strategy management, or maybe profitability and cost management. So I would say the people who involved in developing this solution, they are way ahead of their time, and they knew that this could be the problem in future. Okay. So Oracle got the advantage, and Oracle built on a cost concept called best of the breed, best concept. And Oracle strategy is very straightforward. Oracle doesn't want any external dependency. Whatever you need to build A to B solution, Oracle supposed to have everything. In other simple word, Oracle offer it's like Oracle like a Walmart or Big Bazaar. It give you everything. Whatever you want for your household activity, it give you. So this diagram comes from the same world. Okay. I'm sorry, give me one sec, please. Fine. So you see, first tier is called ERP. I hope you guys know that Oracle owns multiple ERP tool, including PeopleSoft, JD Edward, Oracle Apps, Fusion Edition. There were a couple of edition. So I can pull data from Oracle own ERP product. Both of them are Oracle product. Customer would be happy enough that I get a ERP solution, and on top of this I get an EPM solution, right? And what we use typical term total cost of ownership. In simple word, when you buy two products from the same company, naturally you get a benefit in terms of licensing cost. Also, you got other benefits. You don't need to hire new manpower. You know, the integration turns out to be easy and blah blah blah. So Oracle started with this. Then the next challenge was how to encourage and bring external vendor, non-Oracle vendors, including SAP or some vendor which are absolutely new to this world. They use Excel, semi-structured file, or they're coming from external world. Like I'm using NetSuite. This is one of the ERP. Maybe I'm using PeopleSoft, or I'm using some ERP product built in Nigeria, which only 20 company uses that. My solution should be smart enough, flexible enough to accommodate any kind of ERP. That's one of the biggest success HFM work along the FDME has. What they did, they built us some bridge technology or adapters, so that data can be quickly bought from the source system into HFM through FDMEE, Hyphen Financial Management Enterprise Edition. Financial Data Quality Management, sorry. Financial Data Quality Management Enterprise Edition. What is this? It's a way of mapping tool to facilitate you to bring data from ERP system to your HFM. Second challenge, how do you bring non-Oracle customers? Well, if I've been using SAP, the first question comes in my mind, oh, if I have some difficulty, whom should I approach, SAP or Oracle? I may be stuck in between both. Maybe SAP guys says, go and ask Oracle fee people. Oracle guys say, this is not my problem, go and ask SAP people, right? That's a common problem people are always scared of. So the first question when people work across vendor, and this is the reason you see many company, to be on a safer side, they use only one vendor all product. Oracle handles this very elegantly. They build the adapters. It is immaterial, whatever product you use. Adapters are pre-packaged tool. Plugins can be connected to your source system and pull data. What does that mean? Oracle says I'm 100% responsible for any data mismatch, inconsistent data pull. I'm responsible. I'll make sure data would come from source system. That give a lot of confidence to the customer. And this is the reason there's a growing trend. Non-Oracle customers are opting HFM, right? So that's the biggest success behind HFM implementation last few years. It welcomes external vendor and easy integration, smooth light data bringing the external world to HFM, right? You must know this part, okay? Because being a consultant, you should know what are the hurdles you're going to handle, right? Third thing, EPM is not a single product; it's a suite of product, collection of product. What is EPM? EPM is like your car, right? So for you, what is your car? Car is one logical unit, but car is actually built with multiple components. Car has got electrical, electronic, mechanical, different components, and they work together. Um, they work together for you as a customer. The one integrated product. Car is one logical unit. Similarly, EPM is one logical unit. So HFM, as space planning, FDME, Smart View, blah 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 blah. These are different products, but they integrate. They give a one complete solution to the customer. So this is a customer viewpoint. EPM is one solution stack. So it comes under category. If you go by Oracle documentation, Oracle comes all these products: Hyperion financial management, close management, account reconciliation management, disclosure management. There are four products and couple of templates like text provisioning. All comes under financial application. Okay, so HFM work tightly with planning. It work with space, with other product as well. It is little early to talk about them. I'll talk about them in more detail. But what is my objective? So think EPM as one solution. Okay, and and understand HFM also work with other products. When you're going to handle a architect profile or position, you should be knowing how HFM communicates to planning, space, EPMA, ERP, external world. What are different communication channels, right? So next is how people are going to integrate. One thing to keep in your mind: HFM is design. You are not going to be a developer. You are actually a facilitator, right? The difference. What is the difference? Facilitator. Well, I did not write very correctly. So facilitators are the people who facilitate. So developers are. So I personally think developers are more technical robots. You give them instruction and they work accordingly. Developers like more like a robots with a predefined instruction, but you are a facilitator. The difference is that HFM tool is designed primarily for functional users, right? And this is so simple. Therefore, I said people learn interface and they think they know HFM because they know only how to use tool. That is not enough. Your business user can do this job on their own with 2 days of training. It's not a value added, right? So developer is a facilitator. You help your business user to build a solution, standard or customization wherever it is required. For example, I'm building HFM in Middle East. Naturally, I need to follow Muslim banking laws. SEC compliance are not going to work. So I should be smart enough and have adequate knowledge that what elements are not then in balance sheet when I go for Muslim banking law. I may not have an interest income, right? But in Muslim banking law, we don't have interest incomes like this. So it is subjected to the location you are working on. This another part. So as user, your communication is smart view. Now imagine you are a 55-year-old guy, and most of your time, 30 years you spend in accounting, and you're very good in accounting, you're very good in all numbers, finance, you know all compliance on your tips. But somebody asks you to learn HFM, and you're pretty good in Excel, and somebody asks you to learn HFM in browser interface. Your first reaction is, oh my god, why would I learn this? I can do this job very well in Excel. Why would I learn in web-based interface? It's so complicated for me. People resist. This resistance reduce the adaptability, and people are not adopting the product. Company cannot sell it, right? So driving force is adaptability. The reason behind another second reason behind HFM success, easy adaptability. Even if you're a 70-year-old guy or almost retired or to be retired, you can still learn smart view. Very, very simple. Because business users are more comfortable in working with um, what they're working with Excel based interface, isn't it? So we provide all the capabilities remaining in Excel. That's called smart view. But it's my smart view got disabled now. Okay, I could have shown you. Sorry, that's one thing. So we need, as I said, two kind of reports we need, right? Management report. Where do you do that? The smart view. It is nothing in Excel, assume. So what is management reporting? Which you use internally for your purpose. I would like to see product profitability report. I don't need to tell to the I don't need to go to my government and say, hey, this product is more profitable to be. I need not tell all this information to the government. This is my internal report, product profitability. I need not tell my company to the government that which customer is more productive to me, what profitable to me, right? All these are not required. Therefore, it's called management reporting. This is done through Smart View. But I need to create statutory reporting. But I'm inviting investors come and invest money into my company. But what they need, at least they need accurate, correct balance sheet. At least they should have a balance sheet, and there should be some external governing company, external governing compliance or organization which ensures the number given in the balance sheet is correct. And who ensures that? External governing company like SEC, SEBI, and so on. So my reports are audited. They audit, and audit is an integrated part of HFM, right? So strategy reporting like balance sheet, profit loss statement, and much more, cash flow statement, and much more. Okay, risk management reporting, risk ratio. And there are so many reports are there. Primary three of them: liquidity risk ratio. You're working for a banking, you have liquidity risk reporting, and so on. There are so many compliances. Therefore, we have a reporting part that all comes under financial report. Same diagram I shown you. Data coming from multiple ERP systems. FDQ, bringing it into your financial consolidation, preparing report, and you do analysis. This is an example of mapping. One small thing I like to draw here. So you need not to be an accountant, financial analyst, ERP expert. You need not do all these things, but you should know at least what is company balance sheet, right? You should know at least basic what is asset, what is liabilities. This is something you need in your day-to-day life. Even when you apply for a credit card, the bank checks what is your liabilities, how much loan you have, do you have adequate cash or liquid to pay back their loan. And this is what we require. Start thinking this direction. By the way, I give you a couple of videos, close to 10 videos, where you know all this, basic keywords and terminology. You cannot imagine to work in any product of HFM world or HFM category without knowing these keywords. So good to know that. So If you go by standard accounting cycle where HFM fit into picture, I get this question very often. Very often. Typical accounting cycle. So you record your monetary transaction in a systematic manner, whatever tool you use, right from old way manual entry to tally, or there's so many products. Okay, so record your every transaction. Somebody buy, somebody sell, everything you put. Okay, you record this transaction systematic manner in a journal entries. Then you put into ledgers. Then it comes to trial balance, and then you have trading profit loss accounts and balance sheet. Where HFM comes, assume this is being prepared for by subsidiary 1. Subsidiary 1 prepare this. Okay, similarly, same, I got one version of balance sheet by subsidiary 1. I would have another sub balance sheet for another subsidiary, right? So in case you don't have a multiple subsidiaries, I can load this trial balance data into HFM, right? And I can prepare a consolidated balance sheet, or I can load this balance sheet data into my HFM and create a consolidated balance sheet. Consolidated balance sheet. So both way it works. You load trial balance, you can load balance sheet data into your HFM. So that's how HFM works in typical accounting cycle. Right. A couple of more things lined up. As I said, we'll keep today's session smaller. I hope you know at least what HFM is and what is the objective of designing an HFM as an application. Now, what is our next course of action? We have a extended regular classes from next Saturdays. Next course of action, this is what I expect. Go through financial consolidation introduction video. Minimum. There is only one video of 30 minutes. This is highly recommended. Okay. We'll give you everything about all keywords and jargon. It's there in your shared location. If you don't have extra shared location and share across, you can access this. If you look at my mail, I have shared across links of financial and accounting fundamental, all related to financial consolidation. If you start Google and go to YouTube, you find hundreds of videos. It's quite challenging what is required, what is not required, what is meaningful. Okay. So this video is prepared by University of Illinois, and this is good video. There are 10 videos. You give all required information specific to financial consolidation, intercompany elimination, adjustment, transfer, and so on. Okay, this is you expected. And then uh, there's a two video called creating classic. This is not mandatory but optional, and EPM application. I'll walk you through live. So go through creating classic and EPM application. The recommended but not mandatory, optional. This is highly recommended. At least this one. Okay. Go to this video. And third video, I want you guys to just in your free time, just browse through the interface without knowing anything. Log into the server. Okay, just log into your server. Browse through. Open HFM application. Just casually browse through. At least you know what is what artifacts exist where. Okay, it will be a little slow for the first time when you log in. So this give you an idea. Um so when I use some term, you know, oh, this is what I've seen there. Okay, so make yourself familiar with the interface. It takes some time to open. There's one simple thing. Maybe you can spend 10-15 minutes whenever you find time. Just browse through the interface. Okay. This is your HFM application. Okay. Log in and catch it. Please don't delete anything because, as I said, I give you admin privileges. You would have admin privilege. You got complete access. Oh, somebody is using my application. Anyway, I would check this. maybe I need to log off and log in, and you would go through this application and browse it. I'll check offline what's the problem. Okay. So browse HFM interface, right? And third activity is also optional. Um, Go through Hyperion installation and configuration video. Why? Because here you would be knowing what are log files, folder structure. You should know this, where the log file exists, what are the folder structure, important binaries. At least this is a bare minimum thing you need, right? So when you're browsing your artifact, if you stuck up your log, got an error message, at least you should know which log file you should look into, right? So because log file, it's very time consuming job. You can't learn overnight. If you start going through today, every day you spend 10 minutes of time and browse the log file. Just casually browse it. Over a period of time, what you realize after 30 days, oh, there are certain, your eyes are used to comfortable catching up those keywords. Hey, this keyword I've seen it somewhere. You eyes get accustomed to those keywords and jargon. And believe me, this exercise will help you a lot when you start working on debugging activities. So this won't gain it overnight. This exercise you need to do it very frequently. Go to log file, browse it every day, day to day. What files you need to browse. This information you get under installation. So there are some key ways, key method to get to, to learn hype and financial management step by step. Right. So you got adequate activities before we go into detail in tomorrow's session. Right. So this is going to be very interesting, challenging, interesting, and prominent. And HFM